in Orange, California, it's the Burn Care Medical Products Classic. The first of 6 women's division qualifiers of the Brunswick World Team Challenge. Welcome indoors to Regal Lanes. Nice crowd is gathered here for the Brunswick World Team Challenge. Sunny outside, and boy, we're expecting a sunny competition indoors as well. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dave Armstrong, along with WIBC Hall of Famer Virginia Norton. Virginia's been a tremendous competition so far this weekend with 20 teams entered. Now we're down to the final 3. And certainly the class of the competition this weekend has been Reb's Pretty Girls International.
They certainly have. They led by over 600 pins up to this point. And of course, they're anchored by Anne-Marie Dugan, 1995 Bowler of the Year.
How about our semifinal matchup here today?
Well, that's going to be a tough one. That's Team Storm USA, who is led by Polly Hale, 1995 Western Regional Bowler of the Year. And they'll be taking on Brunswick Frameworks, who won this tournament last year, and they're led by 15-time champion Cindy Coburn-Carroll.
So with Reb's Pretty Girls International waiting in the wings, we'll have our semifinal matchup in just a moment. The Brunswick World Team Challenge is brought to you by the Women's International Bowling Congress and the American Bowling Congress, providing championship service to sanctioned leagues across the United States. Make sure your league is sanctioned by the national governing bodies. By Contour Power Grips, the pioneers of the finger grip industry. More pros choose Contour Power Grips. You should too. By Lynn Shoes. For the performance approach, it's American-made Lynn Shoes, the choice of top professionals and amateurs alike. And by Brunswick. Bowling is sold on Brunswick worldwide. Welcome back to Regal Lanes in Orange, California. We're all set for match number 1, featuring Team Storm and Brunswick Framework. And it will be Framework who will sit and watch as Team Storm will begin. And leading off for Team Storm USA will be Sandy Smith.
And kind of an interesting situation. Sandy Smith was on the Brunswick Team Frameworks team from last year. So she's bowling against the people that she won with a year ago.
And a good start for Team Storm. You'll notice the numbers. We again are using the Baker format in case you have not seen this before. And number 16 would indicate that that bowler would bowl in the 1st and 6th frames, 27, the 2nd and 7th, etc. And it is a 2-game total pin match.
Nedra Jerry's first shot. Now, she was on this team a year ago. 4 of these ladies are returning. Great shots from both opening players.
I guess this serves as a reminder that High Score Bonus is brought to you by the High Roller Tournament Series. Both teams eligible to receive a $500 bonus for each TV Baker game of $240 or more, and each 2-game Baker TV series of $450 or more.
Polly Hale's opening shot. A little bit of nerves, it looks like. Polly looked very, very slow. She looks a little bit tight, and understandably so. She hasn't been on TV for a while. She's probably one of the best champions or most prolific champions on this team. One of the most important things in this competition seemed to be keeping the ball online with speed.
Pretty good effort to go after that tough split. As we take a look at the Contour Power Grip starting lineup for Brunswick Team Frameworks. Nedra Jerry to lead off, Janine Ditch, Laura Hardiman, Shar Hamill, and then of course Cindy Coburn-Carroll. We'll be watching her closely.
And this is Janine Ditch, the second bowler on the Brunswick Frameworks team.
Oh, a double to start for Brunswick Frameworks.
And what a great start. That's the first shot that Janine Ditch has ever rolled on television. So it's kind of a confidence booster.
And now the Brunswick Contour Power Grip Team Storm lineup. Sandy Smith, you've already seen her, and Polly Hale. Dottie Naidoo is next, then Tennille Grijalva and Kelly Morrow, the anchor.
And here's Dottie Naidoo. Nice follow through. Great shot.
Beautiful shot.
And you can see the enthusiasm from both teams, and that's extremely important, especially in the Baker format. if they get down a little bit, you tend to see people not making the real quality shots. Laura Hardiman, perfect.
So far, perfect game for Frameworks. And now up for Team Storm, Tennille Grijalva. You see the hot start for Brunswick Team Frameworks.
And Tennille, definitely the youngest player out here at age 19.
High on that head pin, and the second split for Team Storm.
Well, it looked to me during the practice session that the two lanes were a little bit different, and that's normally true on a pair of lanes, especially wooden lanes. We've seen it before. Somebody gets off to a big start, they're up by 50 or 60 pins, but when they bowl the second match and have to change sides, a lot can change.
And a good effort. And slides by that 4-pin, picks up the 7, so the second open frame for Team Storm.
And Char Hamill getting up, her team working on a turkey, would love to get this 4th strike, love to continue their opportunity at one of the high roller bonuses.
There it is.
Great shot. The 10 goes last, but it went.
Wait, how demoralizing is this, Virginia, for Team Storm right now?
Well, one of the big things they're going to have to do is keep from getting down, because it is a 2-game match.
Now let's see if Kelly Morrow can get him back on track. She does.
Good shot.
One of the things that we have seen through the years in this Brunswick World Team Challenge is it's so important to fill the frames.
It always has been. It's been important forever to fill frames, but in this format, you've got to make spares. You've got to get as many strikes as you can. A little bit heavy on the head pin. Not a bad shot at all, and Cindy's going to go over and pick up a spare ball that's going to go much straighter, so she's just going to go straight at this 4-pin. No problem. You even hear it hitting the thumb hole a little, which is going to keep it from hooking.
Well, right now it's all Brunswick Frameworks. They have a commanding 57-pin lead. Well, we're set for the second in the rotation now. Sandy Smith, who had a strike her first time up, will try to make it a double for Team Storm.
Good shot. Oh, yes.
That'll help.
A little bit light in the pocket, but the head pin came back and was able to take out the 4-pin.
Right now, Team Storm, they must feel like they're experiencing a storm. The last time they met Frameworks in the match play competition, Frameworks won 493 to 427. Frameworks had games of 259 and 234.
Well, and they'd love to shoot those kind of scores on television, let me tell you. Oh, a little wide. Looked like she went around the ball a little bit, and that'll cause, especially with the type of oil they have out here, a little to the right. Sharon Campbell, one of the Orange County Women's Bowling Association directors, and we had several of them out here helping this weekend, and it helped us a great deal.
What a wonderful event. Sponsored by Brunswick this weekend, and it wouldn't be possible without the help of all the wonderful volunteers.